a common complaint among parents is that even though we love our children uncontrollably, at times hanging out with a baby, like reading Goodnight Moon for the 87,000th time or playing with Legos for the millionth time, can be a little boring. I know you think that's funny. So how do you know, these creatures are young only once, and this is precious, obviously, but it's easy to zone out for periods of parenthood.
It is easy to zone out. And, you know, I'd say, you know, a lot of our relationship to different experiences is based on the level of intensity that's there. So we almost get addicted to peak moments, waiting for the next exciting thing to wake up and be there for. And yet, as we know, a lot of life experiences are a little bit less peak oriented. They're more mundane. So very simple training that we do, for example, of watching the breath. The breath isn't ever going to be a peak breath, and yet the breath is always changing. It's always a new breath, so we never have, you know, we never have yesterday's breath. We only have this moment's breath, right? Yeah, which is pretty cool when we start to notice the texture of the flavor of this moment. That, in a way, enables us to be fresh even when we've read a story we say for the 80th time, and yet we're reading it in this moment, which is fresh.
So what do you do if you notice boredom creeping in?
Be bored. Be bored, be present for it, and start to again engage with the experience that's happening. When we take interest, even in a state of mind, for example, of boredom, and this is what all meditators will eventually discover, is that anything that's happening, when it's being met freshly, even if it's a non-peak moment, becomes interesting. Look at that. I mean, he's so interested in
everything.
Little thing, because he's not saying, I've heard this before. He's saying, this is happening now.
It's just the moment of noticing boredom that it just takes the teeth right out of it.
Exactly.
A lot of parents complain about losing their temper with their kids.
Yes.
When they like won't do what you're asking them to do, or they destroy stuff.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, exactly. Huh? Yeah? Want to get involved? Want to learn about some quinoa? He's behaving really well right now, but there are moments, you know, it's hard to believe, where he doesn't. So keeping your cool can be tricky.
Very difficult. Understanding, it's not easy to do, but understanding that a child has his own conditions and not in our control, we can be more likely to meet whatever he would come up with in the moment as something that's happening, and we can meet it.
Do you have any advice for the moment when you're starting to feel yourself losing your patience?
Whatever you
like
can.
Like maybe right now.
Yes, whatever you can. Just allow yourself to take a deep breath. Particularly if we know we're going to act something out that's not helpful, yelling, or we don't want to do something where we get angry. So if we can, in fact, just taking a moment to pause, that anger will settle down. It's just another state of mind. We'd say it's a cloud moving through our mind in that moment. As conditions change, that anger settles down. And if we haven't acted something out, which oftentimes just gets the best of us, but we'll feel differently if we're able to simply acknowledge it, let it move through, and engage again.
Good job brushing the teeth.
Make sure you get the back teeth.
Yeah, did you get the back ones?
Good work.
Good job. Is he doing this mindfully?
I think he is.
Really?
Yeah, he's enjoying it.
That's true, he's enjoying it.